up, ninjas? What's going on? Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving week, really, right? It's been a week since I've been back. My goodness, it feels so good to be back home. Feels good to be back to work, but not today. It feels great. It's really important, ninjas, to take some time off. Whether it's social media already, right? Social media related or not, whether it's just whatever, definitely work related, right? It's very important to take some time off, week, 2 weeks, month, a couple days even, and really just recharge your batteries, right? Just like you would have to recharge your batteries for a flashlight or whatever. You got to recharge your batteries. Your energy level has to come back ready to attack. Okay, so today's Pump Monday, and obviously we're not doing much today because it rained last night all freaking night long. So it was really wet this morning, so I contacted with Sassy. Well, he called me to check and see if we were going to do anything, and I said, you know what, it's wet. It's nasty. Let's just take the day off. And not to mention, I really could use an extra day to just recover from the drive. I did drive and drove all day yesterday, driving back. So it's fine. We're going to start the day right, or the week right, with Thunder Pumper Tuesday. I do have like 17, 18 on the list today, so not a big deal. We'll squash all that out tomorrow, and it'll be a good week. So a couple of things what we're going to do today. Since we're not working today, first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the dump trailer and take a big load to the dump. Been meaning to do that for a while. I actually probably going to have to hook it up to the truck and let it sit for a little while, let the battery recharge. I'm sure it's dead because we want to tilt. We want to tilt this stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then, of course, when I come back, that's pretty much going to be the highlight of this. We're going to talk about some things. Well, really, the highlight as far as any kind of action. Then we're going to talk about taxes and some of the things that I'm going to be doing right now in the next couple of weeks as we are finishing up this year. And then what I'm going to be doing, what I would recommend, and really just tell you what I'm doing, and maybe it'll help some of you out. Maybe it won't, but taxes is a big thing for me. I think for anybody who runs their own business, and if it's not for you at the moment, it will be. If you're just now getting into this business, ninjas, be careful. Taxes can either make you or break you, and we'll talk about that once I get in the truck, get everything hooked up, and get warmed up. It's really cold. But before we get to that, and I go over there and get to Tiny and all the dump trailer, remember how I told you we're going to start our stickers here? Okay, we're going to start our stickers here. So anybody who has stickers, you want to send them to me, I'm happy to put them up here, okay? But the first one, my ninja, Eric from Cato Lawn Care, sent me, first of all, a beer koozie. Ooh. But he sent me a sticker right here. Let's get this peeled off. But I want to say real quickly, Eric, thank you for just being a loyal ninja, my friend, and also just sending me the stickers, of course. And as you guys know, these can be a little challenging. There we go. All right, I had to peel it up. So, dun, 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 right there. Bam! What you know about that? Cato Lawn Care. My ninja, thank you so much for sending this out to me. The koozie too. And I hope a lot of you send these out. I don't have any stickers myself just yet, but I'm planning on making some. I just think this is a really cool way of, I guess, a form of a shout out. Instead of just doing a shout out for no reason, like out of the blue, this is a really great way to connect with each other and just really let each other know that, one, we exist, and two, we're out here all bussing, kicking tail, trying to make a living. So, but thank you, and me and you, Eric, we'll be seeing each other more in the near future, and several other ninjas. We got some things in the works, ninjas. It's all in the works, and as I get to confirm certain things, I share it. I don't share a lot of it because, you know, I don't want to share nothing that ends up maybe not working out or things like that. So there you go. Okay, it is so freaking cold outside. So Tiny has been off for the whole week. So one of the things I want to do before, of course, we take off is get it started, right? Well, being off for a whole week, cold nature Tiny that he is, Diesel, of course. Let's see how the cold start goes. One of the things you want to do, for those of you who don't know, a lot of you guys who own a Diesel or have owned a Diesel do know, but a lot of you who don't own a Diesel or have never owned one and maybe are thinking about it, should know this. Anytime your truck is cold natured, so anytime it gets super cold, whether you started or don't started within a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, or even if it's just overnight, really, if it's freezing weather, so you want to put the key in, if I can put the key in, and then turn it and just wait, let all that stuff turn off. So what you're doing is you're heating up the glow plugs. A lot of times I'll even turn it off just to double check and turn it back on. And then give it a few more seconds and then get it started. Okay, as you can see, it started right up, but the engine, ninjas, does not sound the way it normally sounds, right? You can tell it's just running super cold and sounds, I guess you would use the word rough, I don't know. But so what you want to do is obviously just let it sit, let it run before you just take off, let it do its thing, whatever it needs to do to run all the fluids, get the engine up to a good temperature before you actually get moving. I will move it just a little bit more backwards to get the trailer back up just a little bit more so I can go ahead and connect it to this trailer before we head out and get it hooked up, so that way that battery on the dump trailer can go ahead and start charging. But in the meantime, I'm not going to be like going up the road and leaving until this engine comes to a full temperature, warm temperature. So all right, we're here, ninjas, and looky, all this freaking rain and mud and dirt. This is the kind of situation you are in, and of course I got the dump trailer behind me fully loaded, that you really want to have a four-wheel drive, and mud tires help as well, because getting stuck in this is no fun. So all right, I'm gonna turn around in here, get the trailer to face that way, that's where we're dropping it off, and get this unloaded and get out of here. So here we go. Till it dries on a nice dry day. It's really wet right now, but I'll blow all this off, and that way I can get it ready for mulch, because the next thing that I'm planning on using it is really just mulch. I do have like 1 or 2 jobs with some brush too, but it's nowhere near as that amount over there or what it had in it. But yeah, mulch is really next, and that's really why this dump trailer comes so handy. Man, I'm telling you, ninjas, if you did not have a 4-wheel drive, you would be stuck in this mess. It is so freaking slippery and wet and muddy. I mean, luckily I got good tires, 4-wheel drive, no problems. But yeah, that is definitely, if I had a 2-wheel drive, let's say if I was using that 2014, this would not be the day that I would be doing this. I would have to wait till it dried up some before I could unload. All right, ninjas, we're back. Let's go over a few things. Let's talk about a couple of things. While I was up there, I was able to connect with a couple of ninjas. I really didn't plan on a gathering of any sort, because if I did, I would have announced it on YouTube, and I would have pushed it really hard and let pushed it to the point where all of you were aware of it and all of you knew that, I'm planning on doing a gathering. So I didn't do that, but there was a ninja up there who definitely I met at the GIE, and he wanted to take me out and, I don't know, buy me a beef sandwich. So I was like, yeah, man, for sure. So we did that after Thanksgiving. And then right before it happened, I was like, well, I'll post it up, like one post on Instagram. And I did. And so there were a couple, another guy, Louis, he was able to show up. Real cool guy, man. It was awesome. It was actually really good because it was low key, it was fun, and I got to meet them better. There's a lot of things that are coming up. As we all know, the year is almost done, which means what? What? Taxes, taxes, taxes. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're not affected by taxes, you will be. You keep staying in your business, you keep growing, they will come after you, or they will haunt you, whatever you want to call it. My point is, you can't just ignore it, okay? You can ignore them for so long, and then they're going to come after you. So you got to be real smart with it. You have to keep up with all the deductions. You have to keep up with all the receipts throughout the year. You have to stay on top of it with your numbers and with your math, and have proof of everything, right? Like receipts and everything. Or you can really get yourself in a bind and get yourself in trouble. So one of the things, they say businesses really have a hard time the first 5 years, right? So if they say if you make it like within the first 5 years, you're most likely gonna stick around for a long time in your business, unless you just do something really crazy, right? And stupid, like, I don't know, just stop caring, I guess, would be one of them. But well, whatever, you get the point. So, and one of the things is, those first 5 years, you're going to be struggling with just the growth and trying to get clients and trying to get money and, trying to definitely get the train rolling, right? The ninja train. Anyway, but also the taxes are not really going to affect you much while you're growing those first 5 years, roughly, give or take. They're not going to affect you that much because it most likely within the first couple of years, you're not going to be generating so much income that you're going to be affected by taxes. Matter of fact, you're probably still going to continue to get returns like you have been maybe in the past when you had a regular job. Okay. Unless you just are connected with like your churches, or you have such great connections in your church community or whatever, and then they just blast you with so much work that you blow up within the first year or two, and you have so much work that it would affect you then, I guess, in taxes within the first couple of years. But then you're just, it came too easy for you is what I'm trying to say. I like the way I'm doing it and the way I've been doing it. I like the fact that it took me so many years to get to where I'm at, and I'm still not the biggest. I don't want to be the biggest, but I am where I am. And it's taken me, 10 years to get here. Why? Because I literally, not only can I reflect on where I've been and how far I've come, but at the same time, I've learned so much. It literally every year has been challenging with different challenges, and you learn so much. But you also, something else, you also have time, right? You're growing at a slow pace, but steady, and you have time to learn how to do taxes and learn, what to do then the following year. So by the end of your 10th year, you really need to know what you're doing, and you really need to invest your money in your business. And look, I'm gonna get straight to the point here. I don't care how much money you spend. At this point, if you are in your over 5 years, 6 years, in your 10th year, whatever, I don't care what you buy. You can buy trucks, you can buy attachments to your trucks or trailers, right? You can buy dump trailers. I mean, I've had this thing for a while, but you can do that. You can buy new trailers. You can even buy new mowers, ninjas. It doesn't matter. You're still gonna owe something to the government if you're profiting, which honestly, over your 5th, 6th year, you should be profiting. If you're not profiting after your 5th year, what are you doing? I don't know. At that point, And I mean that not sarcastically. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not profiting? And I remember after my 5th year, even the IRS was asking me, you're not profiting. Is this a hobby? At that point, you're drawing a red flag. You know, is this a hobby? Is this a legitimate business? Why are you not profiting? I guess they put it, they've set up a system where after your 5th year, 6th year, you know, in that time frame, you really need to be heading to the point where you're profiting, because at that point they could literally shut you down. Because if they figure this is a hobby and you're just doing this to save money on taxes or whatever, or maybe just to make some money and you're about to quit, you're not serious about it, I don't know at that point what they could do. I'm pretty sure they could, they could definitely come after you and possibly even shut you down. But definitely has given me the time to grow and learn and figure out what to do with my money. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, no matter how much you spend in your business, you're still going to owe the IRS. Do not try to not pay them anything, okay? At least not after those 5-6 years, right? Once you get into that 10th year and on over, expect to pay. You want to play, you're going to pay. You know what I'm saying? You want to play in this country and you wanted the opportunities that we have and, all the things that come with it, you're gonna pay. That's just how I've told myself, and that's just how I've come to realization that it is what it is. So no matter how much money I've spent, how much money I do spend, I still pay. Okay, now what you can do is buy yourself things that will make your life easier running your business, and whether it's hand tools, whether it's truck, mowers, whether it's equipment, like, a dump trailer or a dump bed, or, whatever, wheelbarrows, weed eater, whatever, anything that you can buy to affect your business and help you in your business is a tax deduction. So you got to give that money up anyway. All right, is all I'm trying to say. You're either going to spend some of it and have some things and just pay a little less to the IRS, or you're not going to buy anything and you're just going to pay to the IRS more. Either way, you're going to have to give it up. Give it up. Give it up. And it's really important, ninjas, to pay in. Here's why. If you do not pay in, you are not showing that you're generating a successful income amount that, could benefit you down the road. For example, if you're not showing that you're generating a certain amount of money, and let's say you're really the only provider, right? Your wife maybe has a part-time job. Maybe she doesn't work, right? Like Mama Ninja, she's a stay-at-home mom, but maybe, she does little things on the side and helps me out a lot. But at the same time, you have people's wives who don't work at all, or just like her, or you have some that just work part-time, right? Or just do little things on the side. The point is, if you're the main income, you want to pay in. Why? Well, here's why, ninjas. Because when you get ready to go buy your own house, buy a car, truck, whatever, your taxes is what's going to affect if you're going to be approved for things or not. So when you have somebody who can't afford to buy a house yet, for example, it's because they're not paying in as much. For whatever reason, might be that they're not there yet, right? Or whatever. But the point is, it's not a bad thing to pay in, because it goes on your Social Security number, it goes on your taxes, and that's how you can get approved for things in the long run. And when they see, oh man, this company's paying in $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $10,000, $5,000, it doesn't really matter, right? Everybody's on a different level. To them, it tells them, wow, not only can he sustain a comfortable living, pays all his bills, he's got a good credit score, but now he's also able to pay into the IRS every year. Yeah, this guy's approved. That's my point, ninjas. Okay, spend your money wisely, and do not, where you are. You need to look into your account. I hope you have an accountant, a CPA, somebody who's doing this stuff for you. And if you don't, I would recommend that you go and get a CPA, at least sit down with him, Figure out what his cost is. A good CPA should not be paying you no more. Anywhere between $400 to $600 a year is a good CPA, and he'll sit down with you, put all your taxes together, give you tips and tricks and ideas, and you know what could be some red flags. You don't want to write off too much stuff that's going to make the IRS question you. You don't want to get into that whole field of you know, where they go, is this guy really writing off too much? And then they come after you, and then they want to see all the receipts, and they want to Number one thing, and the last thing I'm going to say in this video is, you can buy all the stuff that tax deducted, right? But you still have to have money to buy the stuff. So don't go crazy, and please, oh gosh, do not try to buy crap on a credit card just to have as a tax deduction, especially if it's something you don't even need, but at the time, right? But you're still just trying to buy it so you could tax deduct it, because do not do that. That is like the most idiotic thing I think anybody could do, is buy something on a credit card and then make payments on it, and just to tax deduct it. You're going to pay an interest what you're going to maybe save on taxes off whatever it is. Depends what, you know, the amount of it, but golly, don't do that, please. That's, oh my goodness, that would be like the most horrible thing I think anybody could do, unless you're just talking about like maybe a couple $100 or something. But I'm talking like a mower or a trailer, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money, or whatever, you know. But maybe some of the smaller stuff, and then you can pay it off quickly. But anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm back. It's been a great vacation, but I'm looking forward to coming back and getting in the swing of things. And, you know, Sassy will be here tomorrow. Thunder Pumper Tuesday, and it's going to be a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. That's all I got for today. Peace.